something you create today and something you put out in the world today might not get the recognition or the feel good delivery that you think it's going to bring in the moment. 10 years down the line, you could have a whole bunch of people sharing your video and talking about how good it was that you captured that memory. Say, I love mama. I love mama. Mama. No. Can you say mama? Mama. I'm gonna get it one day. You gonna say it one day. Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator.
And I'll crocodile.
Get pictures.
Wake up hating the day. Tomorrow I have a really big meeting with my manager to discuss my official new roles and responsibilities and brainstorming a title. And so yeah, I got a couple of things I need to really push through and work on, and then it should overall be a pretty light day, but you know, I gotta focus first. So that being said, I'm gonna turn on the rest of my book and get to focus. It's lunchtime. I have eaten 2 plates of leftovers since the morning started, so not really hungry. So, that I get a free hour to do nothing, but there's plenty of stuff to do. Don't do that. I just finished The Rich People Have Gone Away by Regina Porter. Let me stop paying me. It's lunchtime. Let me say 4.5 stars. And my day is great. My week is gonna be fantastic because I got 3 books that became available in my Libby. One of them is 14 hours. So I get to start a whole new reading journey. And, I should do a recap at some point. Maybe I'll record one today. A recap of the books that I read in April. I think I had a pretty good run of reading in April. I'll have to review because after reading a book, all the details pretty much just go out the window. But I remember how the book made me feel. I can't recall any character. Probably can't really recall the plot like that. But I know how it made me feel. Yep. In the meantime, I'm about to start a new book. What am I going to start? Wrapping up the workday, and as I touched on a little bit earlier, I have a meeting with my manager tomorrow to discuss new role responsibilities, a potential title change, a title change, an increase in salary, and all that whole package. This comes after a couple of months have passed, and I've had the whole discussion about, this can't be my dream career. I talked about that, ranted, vented. And I'm not the kind of person who just rants and vents with no solution. I have been open to new opportunities, and I have been acting in a different capacity than I'm currently responsible for at my job. I put together a deck, like 4 or 5 slides, that just goes over where I see this role going for myself. I feel comfortable enough knowing that I put in some pre-work so that when we do go into this conversation, I'm not just like, I don't know, maybe. I do work, I do job. You pay me more. No data, just caveman words. That's what I don't want. It's a totally brand new day. It's a Thursday now, but wanted to just hop on here to talk. This is something that's happening it's happening to me right now at this very moment. This just happened maybe 20 minutes ago. But in 2016, I graduated from high school, and that year I was like, I knew I was going to be majoring in journalism and mass communication, and I thought the process of documenting things was so cool. So I made it a mission to document our senior year. And this was when I had a Windows computer. I didn't know nothing about editing. This was not a thing. So I was editing on like Windows Media Player or whatever the editing software was in 2016 on a Windows computer, an older Windows computer. And it's actually the videos on my channel. The recap, we played it in our cafeteria on graduation night. It was like my gift to our class. And this was something I made simply out of the passion of my heart, right? But all that to say, I wasn't looking for any instant gratification with that video. At that time, didn't even know what instant gratification was. But I think today it has over 600 views or something on it. But I was checking my analytics and seeing like, okay, people are watching this video. Why are people watching this video all of a sudden? And then I get on Facebook and see that my old guidance counselor, Miss Dexter, she had shared the video and was like, just want to say, this is an awesome group of kids. She said we were her favorites. I didn't say it, she did. She said we were her favorite class, and just how proud she was of us. And honestly, couldn't believe that it's almost been 10 years. And I couldn't either. Because what do you mean? That was 10 years ago? What? But I just thought that was a cool thing, because now, like everyone's in the comments, past teachers, past classmates, and they're like, wow, forgot this video existed, but I'm watching it. Wow, there are tears in my eyes. Can't believe, in my head, I'm 16. Like, this is what we're saying in the comments. And so it's just a really good feel-good moment that I just wanted to share, you know? It's something you create today and something you put out in the world today might not get the recognition or the feel-good delivery that you think it's going to bring in the moment. But you never know. 10 years down the line, you could have a whole bunch of people sharing your video and talking about how good it was that you captured that memory. So that's my quick little message. Don't even know where this is going to go. So however you see it, you see it. But hopefully this message reaches who it needs to reach. And I'm going to continue to edit because it's 6:30. I need to order food. You know what? While y'all are here, let's make a list. I need to order food, edit my friend's pictures, like I said, edit Lexi's pictures. But no, so I'm going to order a nugget platter for Teacher Appreciation Week for Zora's Daycare. So I need to place that order. Then I want to try and finish laundry. I need to finish editing this vlog too. But it's only Thursday. I mean, I have Friday and I have the weekend, so I'm not in too much of a rush, but I do want to start getting some things done because we're going to be like on go after like the next 2 weekends. So gotta make good use of my time. Did a little bit of writing of thank you cards today during one of my free times during work, and I just really wanted to show appreciation to my daughter's teachers and the whole office really, because it's a big feat to like put your kid in daycare. You have to really trust other people, and you know, I don't play by my kid, but they take really good care of her, and I see that in how she reacts to them when I drop her off and I pick her up. She quite literally, I was picking her up the other day and we picked her up a little late. So one of her other teachers was watching her and she was the last one. And she came to me like I had her. And then the teacher is talking to me, like telling me about her day. And Zora leans to the teacher. She wants to get grabbed and held by the teacher. I said, oh, so you going home with her? And then she came back. But it's just so good to know that my daughter is comfortable enough and feels safe enough in these people's presence. And I feel like that says a lot. Because I have been around people who Zora did not feel comfortable around. And she let me know. And so far, she has not let me know. So I haven't had to, let me knock on some wood. I haven't had to go act a fool at all. Damn, there's no wood in here. But yeah, haven't had to act a fool. So I am going to show my appreciation. So I wrote cards for her teachers and her past teachers and really just thanked them from the bottom of my heart of how well they take care of my baby. So I'm gonna go get the food. As y'all can tell, my allergies are doing a thing. So I'm gonna try and finish up work too so I can just kind of rest and take probably some allergy meds because I don't know what's going on here, but it's not what's up at all.
So today you're 10 months old and you're starting swim class. Are you excited? Show off your cool swimsuit.
I got this one for Target.
Okay, this for Old Navy, Dada. We're not shopping at Target right now.
Oh yeah, we got this from Old Navy.
Cutie pie. Look at you, so cute. And you're going to do it with Dada too? That's even better. Are you excited?
Get it,
Yeah.
get it, get it,
Get it.
Swim class, swim class, swim class. Backstroke.
Swim like a fishy.
Backstroke.
Swim, swim, swim. All right, what you got to say, Bugger?
Yeah.
We have had such an eventful start to our Saturday. Miss Zora here started swim class, and she's a little baby Nemo. She got in there with her dada, and she did so good, didn't you, Bugga? You jumped in, you got dunked, she floated, she kicked, she played with ducks, baby toy ducks. Wasn't that fun? You want to tell them about your day? And it's almost 1 o'clock now, so she is about to be well rested and turned because, yeah, you could be turned. We have a little bit more stuff planned today. According to her dada, I think we're going to go paint some pottery or something, and then we're going to go get crab legs because if you know me, you know I love me a good seafood boil. So, looking forward to doing that with my babies, with my baby and my honey. First official, not official. I mean, I was pregnant last Mother's Day, but I'm glad to have my baby here in the world with me. Earthside, as they say. Can you say, Mama, Mama? Can you say Mama's name? Say, Mama, Mama. You ask her to say Mama, and she'll be like, Dada. I'm like, oh, this is a little rebel we got on our hand. Are you? Mother's Day has come and gone, and I think this will be like the end of the vlog, so I just wanted to do like a small little recap about just my thoughts about my first Mother's Day, because it was my first Mother's Day, y'all. I'm a mother, clearly, obviously. Yeah, it was such a good weekend with my little family, and not little. My family's great and big. It's the three of us, and we're great and we're big. But we had a really good time. So Saturday, we went to paint some pottery, and we ended up painting pottery for Zora's grandparents. So my mom and CJ's mom, as a gift to them for Mother's Day, and it'll be from Zora. So that was nice. She was a little much in the pottery shop just because she wants to grab everything and put everything in her mouth. So that was a little bit overstimulating. But then we went to eat crab boils, and I love a good crab boil. So I was not complaining about that. And so we did that Saturday. And I was glad that we did our outing on Saturday so we didn't have to be out and about on Sunday, because everybody and their mama literally is out on Sunday. I woke up to a beautiful Mother's Day breakfast. with a signed card from Zora, a hand-printed signed card. That's her little handprint. And it was I really liked the handmade aspect. I'm realizing as a mom, I love me a little handmade gift from my baby. There was something super sentimental to me about seeing these moms out in public for Mother's Day weekend as my first time. Now, when I see moms, of course, I'm always super grateful for them. My mother-in-law, like, love them down, have always been grateful for the things they do. But as a mom now, there's like this newfound gratitude that I have for mothers everywhere. Because it's just like you see moms out in the wild with their kid out in the wild. You see moms out in public with their kids, and it might be, you don't know like what their situation is at the time. But for me, like, I'm a first time mom, right? So while we're out, this is my first year as a mom. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So while we're out, you know, sometimes she gets a little like, makes noise and stuff. And for me, in public, that can be a little bit overstimulating just because I want to calm her down before she gets worked up. But all the moms who would come up to me and like squeeze my shoulder and be like, your baby is so good. She's so great. She's beautiful. You're doing an amazing job, Mom. Keep it up. Even at the pottery shop, like, we sat with another family. And so me and the mom were just talking about the growth. Like, she had a 15-month-old and she was telling us about the milestones her baby was hitting. And she was like, wow, for a 10-month-old, like, that's a big baby. She's doing amazing for, 10 months. And it was just cool to share these stories. And like, these are complete strangers. But the fact that we're all mothers just brings us together in a way that I wouldn't quite understand before I had kids. So I had to send my mom, like, I had to let my mom know, like, dude, I get it. I didn't get it before. I get it now. And I was texting her. I was like, what did I say? And then it was just so cool to see the perspective change too. Like, I posted on Threads, I see mothers entirely different than I used to. Crying babies don't bother me. I'm smiling at the mama, letting her know she's doing great. I'm clapping with the baby at the next table just to catch a laugh. Other moms stop to say how beautiful my daughter is, and we trade newborn stories like old friends. Like I just said, those little moments hit deep now. They're not small, they're everything. And especially too because Zora had started swim class, so she did amazing. But like her, one of the kids in her class, she was 9 months. And like, she's swimming and both of her parents are in the pool with her. And I'm outside of the pool because I want to take pictures. So the little girl is like swimming and she's laughing, but she's focused. And so her parents have their back to me and the little girl is like doing her thing. And I'm clapping for her because she's doing great. And I know that 9 months, they like to clap. They're clapping. So I'm going, yay, just really soft. And she notices me and then she starts clapping really hard in the water. And her parents are like, what are you clapping? And they look at me and then like me and mom connect and we like share a smile. And I feel that there's like, like an unspoken sisterhood, an unspoken society of like support out there. And even like when I see moms now in the grocery store, if I see moms anywhere that just look overwhelmed, like, I am not hesitant to lend a helping hand or a kind word because there are so many people out there who will hear a crying baby and just give moms an ugly stare. Like, the amount of times, and I used to be one of those people, I'm not gonna even lie. I'd be like, why she got this baby out in public crying? She need to take that baby in the bathroom or outside or something. That is messing up my peace. But babies deserve to be out in the world and bonding and spending time with their family just as much as we do. So I don't even mind anymore. Like, I hear babies crying now and I'm like, my mind is like, all right, can I help mom anyway? Is she struggling or do she got this? Because she probably more than likely got this. But, I just like to keep a close eye on it. And now I'm rambling. But, yeah, I had a phenomenal first Mother's Day. And I'm super thankful for my husband and all the happy Mother's Day wishes that I received. Honestly, y'all, it was a little bit, if you're someone like me, like birthday messages overstimulate you. It was a little bit like that because I didn't know Mother's Day etiquette. Like, people are texting me and I'm like, oh my God, do I text everybody to tell them happy Mother's Day? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Everybody, happy Mother's Day.
But here's some special people. Happy Mother's Day to personally, but also you're still special to me even if I give you a general Happy Mother's Day. So that was a whole thing. But nevertheless, I am so glad for the community that we have built around us, to where I felt like everybody was giving me a tight hug yesterday. Even though nobody was here and like people were texting me and sending me posts and stuff, it still felt like a tight, warm hug. And it felt great to reach out to the moms who I also know it's their first Mother's Day with their babies in the world, knowing that we've shared like the first year battle so far. Like we've been, sharing tips and sharing stories. Even if I've never met them in person, it's just good to see us all be celebrated that day. So yeah, it was a good Mother's Day. And I look forward to many more. And it really just gave me a newfound appreciation for my mom and all she's done. And I told her that, I was like, bro, I get it. You a real one, for real, because you could have said, I'm done. But you are still here and you're still standing and resilient, and everything you've been through, it's just, So all of that to say, if you're watching this and you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all of those who may not be in the society's idea of like a perfect situation of being a mom. It's not always traditional, and the path is not always easy to get there. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And yeah, hope you're feeling loved. What's the...